I'm here with the incredibly handsome Dr. David Silverman to talk about ASEA Renew that I'm holding in my hand. Hi, Doc.
Hey, how are you, Steph? Nice to be here.
I'm so happy to have you. This stuff is amazing. Revitalizing Redox gel. You hold up. You have the you can either it comes in drink form and this is the gel form. Tell us
Right.
tell us about this. I love first of all that supermodel Carol Alt will be promoting this. She's taken so many jobs from me, so I am so happy.
I just talked to her. She's in Italy right now. She's amazed because of what it did for her cat. That was her first experience. Then she saw what it did for her. But just to give some context, because I have to tell you that this is very unique. This is not it's not a pharmaceutical, it's not a nutritional product. It's something that our cells make. It's called redox signaling molecules. Our cells make it in our mitochondria. I'm not going to get too scientific. I'm on the medical board of the company, and my background is foot surgery. I was board certified foot surgery on my own practice and surgery center. I was a traditionally trained doctor, so I'll try to keep it not scientific. But bottom line is, our cells make redox signaling molecules. Your body makes it right now, but we
Okay.
all made more of it when we were younger in our
Okay.
mitochondria. So, and I can give references on the science in this, but what's in this bottle is in you. It's in me, right? But I'll be 64 in 2 weeks, and I feel like I'm 30 years old. I've been drinking this for 13 years.
Wow.
When I was a child, I was making this much of this, and when we go through puberty, our mitochondria decline. We start producing less. So in my 20s, I produced this much. 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, almost 64, I'm producing this much. Next year, I'll produce this much. Next year, I'll produce this much. When I'm 90, I'll produce this much. And you see what happens to people on the outside to their skin cells,
Yeah.
to their pancreas cells, their joint cells. So I drink this and I raise my levels up to what they were when I was younger, and we can talk about what they do. But bottom line is it's a biohack. And there's several books explaining what this is, but it is a massive, massive breakthrough. And honestly, it was brought to me 13 years ago. My dad was really ill. He was told he had something in his body that no one wants to hear they have in any part of their body, whether it's their prostate or their breast or their lung. And so I took investigating it very seriously when my friend brought it to me, not really believing that it was real, but feeling like I can't not investigate it. What if it really is real?
Yeah.
And I could do something to help my father, and just thank God that I did. So I'm glad that you're asking me questions about this
Well,
breakthrough. People
let me
need to
tell you,
know.
I lie about my age quite frequently. But because I look 20 years younger, but because, but you can't. Your cells don't lie, right? I love cell signaling supplement because it literally signals your cells. Talk a little bit about that. What this gel does.
Okay. Well, and again, they make the gel from the drink. So the company started in 2009. By the way, they turned down an offer from a pharmaceutical company who wanted to buy it, and they probably would have buried it because this is a very different approach than pharmaceuticals. I mean, we need pharmaceuticals. Thank God we have pharmaceutical companies, right? But this is as different from a pharmaceutical as the invention of the light bulb was to compared to the lantern. There are dangers with a lantern. You can light a room, but if the lantern falls over the candle, you can burn your house down. A lamp falls over. Both provide light, but one's a lot safer than the other. There's no toxicity to this.
Yeah.
It's made, your body makes it from saline, literally from saline. It's patented intellectual property. It's not saline anymore, but your body makes it from saline. And so what it does is it amplifies signaling. It doesn't heal you or cure you. But let's say you have a cut, a wound. Okay, your cells in your arm are normal, and then you have a wound. Something happens. You break a bone, you cut your soft tissue. The cells that were normal now are not. They're not. How does that heal? How does your body heal that? Right? Two things heal that wound. One is your immune system has to go in and get rid of the bad cells and clean it up, and then stem cells are stimulated to make those cells. But it all depends on signals. The immune
Yeah.
system has to get a signal that you have bad cells there.
Well, that's
So
why
the
you
good cells,
that's why
that,
you heal faster when you're younger, right? So this is what you're talking about. Is yeah.
yeah, because the signaling is loud. So when the good cells are calling the immune system for help and they're saying, help, help, when you have a lot of redox molecules as a kid, the signal is loud. And so the immune system cells come down, kill the cell, get rid of it. Stem cells are stimulated, new cell takes its place. But Stephanie, it's not just wounds. Our cells have lifespans. We live 70, 80 years, maybe 100 years, but our cells don't. Bone cells live maybe 10 years, but lining of the gut cells live a couple of days, your retina cells. And when they start to die, signals are sent to the immune system, help, help. The immune system comes down and kills the bad cell, good cell takes its place and mutating cells. We all have cells that mutate. We don't all get cancer, but you see more diseases as you get
Yeah.
older.
Yeah.
So this just amplifies the signal. So it doesn't heal you, it doesn't cure you. It amplifies the signaling so your body's healing systems can do what they did when we were younger. It's
Yeah,
it's a it's
naturally.
a gift.
Well, and
Yeah.
Doc, Chris and I have been talking to you. We're both health nuts. We eat right, we exercise, all that stuff. So you're speaking my language when, in this background stuff, you talk about doctors are unaware of natural alternative options. And you say our health is not the responsibility of our doctors, nor is it the responsibility of our government. It's our responsibility. And we take that seriously. So I, I have to say, I've always said I'm not really a drug person. So this stuff, like you say, it's in your body. It's natural, and it seems to me it's part of an overall health commitment.
Well, it's very foundational because it's below the level of nutrition. And by the way, the safety of it, you can't be allergic to it. It's in you. It doesn't interfere with medicines. It's in you already. And there's no toxicity. Every medicine is poison. Every pharmaceutical is poison. And people say that's not true. It is true. I wrote prescriptions every day. There's a dosage for prescriptions. If you have a headache and you take acetaminophen, which I don't take anymore, but you take two of them, if your headache's still there in 30 minutes, you're like, well, I'm going to take 20 of these. Why don't you do that? Because it's poisonous. It will kill you. Every medicine has a number called an LD50. It stands for lethal dose 50. And before a pharmaceutical company is granted the permission to test on humans, they have to tell the FDA, what was your LD50? Pfizer or whoever it is, whoever the drug company, what's the LD50? What it stands for is what dosage, when you tested that drug on rats, what dosage killed half the rats? LD50, lethal dose
Right.
50. They couldn't find one on this because it's not a pharmaceutical. If you drink too much of it, your body turns the excess back into what it was, which was saline. And I shot a video at itwassaltwater.com because people say, oh, it's just salt water. And they look online. I mean, their patents, intellectual property, the company's 15 years old. They've done over a billion in sales in 35 countries. It's common sense. It's not saltwater, but it was saltwater.com. I explain you can see why it's made from saline because our body's filled with saline. That's why when you get an IV at the hospital, they
Right.
don't give you water, they give you saline.
Right. 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 So talk to us about how to use these products. So the ASEA Redox that you held up, how often do you drink it? Like as much as you would drink normal water, or?
No, it's not a drink. It's not a drinking water. In fact, you do want to drink a lot of water during the day when you start drinking this because you detox, right?
Right.
Because when you have all these cells that were bad and your body is saying, hey, we need to get rid of them, where are they going? And the toxins that are in them, or we all have toxins in us. No matter how clean you are, you have toxins. And you breathing it in, fire retardant on carpeting and all this stuff. So you want to drink a lot of water, just like when you get a massage to flush it out. But the way most people drink this, and I know there's going to be a contact information there, and the people that want to know more about how to use it properly, we kind of hold their hands on this, but in a simple way, most people end up drinking about 6 ounces a day.
Okay.
6 ounces a day of this, and this they take pictures of their skin. They take pictures of wrinkles. They take pictures of cellulite. They take pictures of any skin issue they have, anything. If they have pimples, if they have sun things, whatever. And the people prove it to themselves, right? There's a money back guarantee for 30 days. So it's like just nobody's trying to fool anybody. Take pictures, right? And they use this on their skin as much as they want to,
On your
right?
face or your body.
Anywhere.
Okay.
Like I play golf every day and I don't want the sun doing bad things to me, so I want my signaling high. I mean most of my friends that are my age are taking some medications of some sort and they can't believe that I don't. I can't claim it's because of this. People say you have good genes. I'm like, well, my parents took meds at 63, my grandparents did. I
Yeah.
I don't know if it's this or not because we can't make any claims.
Right.
But I do want to mention this. Okay, this is really important. This is not the most important product. It is for people that want to look younger, but it's also, I think, what makes it so important is that it opens closed minds. You go online and people look at Google as a research engine. It's not, it's a search engine. It's when someone has an experience with this, that's when things change. It's like nobody can tell me it didn't work. If you see something disappear on your
Right.
face, you're like, it works, right?
Right.
Or if your hand doesn't close and then 10 minutes later your hand is doing this, you're like, nobody can tell me that didn't
Right.
work. So I just told Chris this, your assistant there, is you take the gel, and yeah, you're taking pictures of your skin. You want to look younger, all that. You take serial photographs through the month, and you'll see. But find a few people that have something in their body where they have discomfort.
Yeah.
It could be their hand, their neck, their back. And Steph, when I say discomfort, it sounds like a nice little, like, oh, it's not really bad. But I'm talking discomfort from a level of 1 to 10. And 10 discomfort is I can't even move my neck
Yeah.
like this. A one might be I sit at a computer, my neck's a little stiff. This is a 10-minute test, and I want people to see what happens to 9 out of 10 people. Okay.
Okay.
Doing this in 10 minutes. They rate their discomfort level 1 to 10, right? So they're getting a baseline. They shake up the gel, and it's clear, and there's no smell, and there's no greasiness. And I'm putting it on my face. I'm putting it on my eyelids. I'm putting it on my face like this. That's how safe it is. But they're going to put it where they're having their discomfort, wherever it is. But they don't put it on once. They put it on 3 times in the first 5 minutes.
Chris is already saying it's working. And by the way, he's not my assistant. He's a high-powered radio executive. So that part's not true.
Okay.
But I love that you ask people that are in Hollywood if you want to look
yeah.
younger. Really? Does anyone not want to look
No, my
Right.
knees really do feel better. I applied it, 5, 6, 7 minutes ago or whatever.
yeah.
And my knees really do feel better.
He lifts Buicks every day at the gym.
I saw him. His arms look like my thighs. I know.
His arms are bigger than my producer's thighs, we decided.
Well, there's a whole athletic performance benefit too, but why I say, this is the most important product, right? Because it goes to every cell of the body. This is a gift for humanity. This is nice for vanity, but it's interesting when people put it on skin issues to watch what happens. We can't make medical claims because it's not
Right.
considered a medical product,
Right.
but it opens a closed mind. You give me 10 people who are closed-minded cynics that say, oh, I read it's just salt water and this is ridiculous and whatever, and they can't close their hand because their joints hurt. And I'll say, well, just humor me. Put it on 3 times in 5 minutes and you tell me how you feel. And I've been doing this for 13 years. Well, the
Yeah.
gel came out at 14. And I watch their faces and they're like, a few minutes ago, they said, well, if it was this good, why don't we know about it if it's that good? Now they do it and say, why don't we know about this?
Yeah.
And people like you are helping to get it out to the world.
Yeah.
And it's spreading word of mouth around the world.
And by the way, I'm in the vanity camp. I believe that, the old SNL Billy Crystal character, remember? It is better to look good than
You
feel
look
good.
marvelous.
Feel good, my darling.
Yes.
But listen, this stuff does both. So
I
win-win.
know. I know.
Doc, what a thrill to meet you and to hear more about this, because it's you just kind of go, oh, it works, but to hear about the why is really is fascinating to me. Dr. David Silverman, what a joy and a pleasure, and thank you so much.
Stephanie, thank you. And I really look forward to hearing your experiences with it. I know you just received it.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk offline, I can tell you specifically how to use it. And the people who do order it through you, they're going to get something kind of special. And that'll be in the information there. But if they want to be tied in to talk to me to get more questions answered, I've dedicated the rest of my life to making people aware of this breakthrough, because thank God my friend brought it to me.
Yeah.
Until it becomes mainstream. Once it becomes mainstream and people know what this is, they don't need Dr. David Silverman and the Medical
Right.
Professional Board to do this. But until then, I'm very passionate about it. And thank you for bringing this to your public.
I'm going to use this right now. When you come back, you're going to be like, who is that child star? I didn't know I'm doing a children's
saying
show.
that
Who is
already.
that lady that was where that old lady was the last time?
Well, listen, next time we'll talk about the athletic performance benefits. You call me offline. I know you cycle.
I'm a
It's
cyclist.
going to blow you away.
Wow.
Double-blind study on cyclists showing what happens to you, to your energy, your recovery time, your blood pressure comes back faster.
Wow.
Really cool things. We'll talk about that
You are
next time.
talking my language. I might even stop lying about my age. Thank you, Doc. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Stephanie.